So here's John Anderson, day 3 of the Zang absolutely fabulous motorbike tour of North Vietnam. I'm calling it the AB FAB tour. That's my new name. Now that's not a lady carrying a monkey. That's or a shopping. That's a baby back. The baby thing. The baby's head is way down the bottom, so it's quite funny. Okay. Now this is the morning of day 3 of the Zang AB FAB motorcycle tour of North Vietnam, far north. This is pretty special view here. We've gone from the lush green unharvested rice now to the golden rice fields where the grain has been taken, so you get this beautiful contrasting colours and river and mountains and everything. It looks so serene. Now look at that road work, a handmade road, and look at the batters, the escarpments, and a bit of water runoff there. But it's just amazing. These are only local roads. These are just to serve small towns. I mean, I'm not sure how much they cost, but there must be a lot of government money goes into these roads. Someone's got to pay for them, and they probably don't earn big wages, do they?
No.
But would it be a good enough income?
It's quite modest.
A modest income, and it would be supplemented by their own farming stuff. So, yeah. Now I'm getting a lot of dust here, but look at the size of the earthworks, and it's just to realign or make the road serve the community, and they're improving these roads all the time. And a lot of them, you know, they do scar the countryside, but this country regenerates. What town's this?
Yeah, it's for Limon.
Limon. Well, we're here at a little town in the hills called Limon, and it's the market day, and it's very busy. Yeah? You can buy everything, I'm sure. Wonderful to see. Good morning, xin chào. Wow. Look at the clothes, beautiful, traditional. You got to get past this truck. Hello. Very colourful. Now we come to the animal auctioning section. Beautiful. So it's all happening here. Yeah, look at those amazing cow, Brahma, little big Brahman cows or something. They look healthy and they're trading. Are they expensive?
Yes.
Cow? Yeah.
1,000 for 1 cow.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Oh. Wow. Careful, you might set them. Hope you do well. They get a bit restless, but they're really quite domestic, aren't they? They're really quite calm, considering. And this is where the men's part of the market. The men buy the livestock. They come on the trucks. Are they bred? They breed them for the markets. Yes. Yeah. Although the bulls, they get a few bulls in. They come on the cattle trucks, so they come from a long way.
Yeah. See a lot of truck.
Yes. So we're here having a little bit of a stop to adjust my backpack, which is annoying me because it was dropping down and pinning me to the back of Zang as he was driving down a very steep hill up there. We've come to this major hydro dam, which is one of 5 dams, you say, is it? And flows downstream here, and you can see the mountains in the background there that pretty big and steep, so incredible landscape here. And you just look around there, the road is good, mostly. Some bits of rough stuff, and just having a little resting to help me get my composure again. Okay, but it's too hard to brace yourself all day. That's what makes you tired. Your body starts to shake at the end of the day. So I love to just get off the bike and have a bit of a chit chat and take a bit of footage. I'm getting a lot off my chest this trip. I really need some time on my own just to take stock of the whole year of 2020 COVID year. I mean, I call it the isolation year, but you know, people are so jealous of me being in Vietnam. They think I've just had a life of fun and adventure, and in a way I have. But it's just a chance to do something totally different and live according to the restrictions here. And there's a lot of restrictions. That's the Bao Lac number 3 hydropower station there. Okay, well that's enough. 2 minutes of footage and me chatting. And that's the picture of that thing there. But anyway, welcome to Bao Lac. Road here with the rock bit of footage. Look, there, see, more road making there, everywhere. Road making everywhere up here. Improving roads, it's incredible. A lot of labour, natural handmade roads, dough, fuel, drains, protected. There's a man enjoying the view too. Down into the town. What's this town called?
Meo Vac.
Nalban. Not Halban, Nalban.
Meo means the cat.
Nalban. Nalban. Dry to rain. A roadblock ahead for a wedding. It's beautiful. Middle of the road. Wedding reception. Hello. Xin chào. Hello. Beautiful. Special. Why not? Why not have your wedding reception in the middle of the road? I mean, I love that other country. It's so lush and green, and the rice. That's beautiful. Bin Min Motel. My friend Mr. Min. Bin Min, as his restaurant was called. Beautiful man. I might even send him this clip. That was a Bin Min Hotel. Yes, in Meo Vac.
down here and later we go up.
So we just do
Now we go to the river.
Okay. Wow. Hmong people live up there. Over here, on the edge of this house, it's not yet completed, but looking down to the river. Just going to watch where I put my feet. There's Zang getting his photos. And there's the road. The wire holding this post. Go into this gorge. It is incredibly steep and deep. Now here in this beautiful valley of steep gorge, you have these ugly Vietnamese structures that are built, not completed, and they just become a blot on the landscape, and people complain and maybe government tolerates it. Just look at this area here. We're going down on the road to that gorge there and in there, but you go up there where the Hmong people live, or that's the main road maybe where we go, but you see these ugly buildings perched on the top of the mountains, and apparently someone complained and the government got involved that it's allowed to stay, but that's just the way it is. But it's, you know, just kind of an incredible landscape. There's a lot of traffic on this road going down to the bottom to the river, and there must be some sort of, is it, you say tourist developments?
People can do the boat trip on the river over there.
Ah, is it a big river?
Yes, and now it's also the reservoir for power plant.
Ah, okay, so we're going to go to a reservoir down there and see it. It just looks like it would be a narrow river, but we are 13 kilometres from the border with China, is that right? 13 kilometres, so not very far. We could do it on a run, but I think it would be probably pretty hard to walk to China. Would it be from here? Could you walk to China?
No, we don't.
Could we? Could you from?
No.
Impossible. But there it is. We're very close to the Chinese border. Is this as close as we get, or do we get a bit closer?
It will be closer.
Closer. Yeah, so here we are. We're at the North Pole of Vietnam, as they say. And it's very warm today. It's probably 20 plus degrees, 23 degrees in this valley. But yeah. To go through to you. There we go.
Anh ơi, thông cảm cái đường này là đường của
I'm calling this view here the North Vietnam fjord because it just looks like a fjord in Norway or New Zealand, except probably more grand even, I would say. More deep, more grand, mountains are more rugged at the top. In Norway they're nowhere near like this, nowhere near as grand as this, maybe up parts, but this is just an immense, awesome landscape. And you can get some great views from the roads here. Really special. Taking a deep breath. I've never seen country like this. And there's all these half-built houses, or half-empty houses. But man, I'm getting scared here because Zang goes very close to the edge, and I'm sort of rocking and rolling on the back.
You demand of adventure.
And that is probably 1,000 feet drop. More than that. 1,500 feet, 500 meters at least, would you say?
Yes.
And it's at least 1,000 to 1,500 meters down to the bottom. Meo Vac and May's house has to be advertised here. What a nice Lots of tourists here, Vietnamese tourists. Lovely young people coming and enjoying. Boss, done a good job. Joyce is pretty relaxed. Does a good job. And he's got the water. I need to celebrate with some water. I'm thirsty. So how deep is that? How deep is that gorge? Tell me. How deep is that gorge?
The river is 400 meters
From here.
yeah, and we are now 1,000 meters.
Yeah.
Đang định vào làm tách cà phê.
That is a gorge.
Quá nhiều thôi.
You're gonna scare me again. stop the video. We're not going to drop off, but you can see the tracks down, and that's an extended part of the gorge, so the dam. So it goes a long way. Probably holds back a lot of water. So what is this here?
Statue.
Uncle Ho Chi Minh, or is it? No, just local heroes.
No,
No, military?
the statue of the people who built the road 60 years ago.
How many?
60 years ago.
60 years.
Yes.
What?
The road was made by hand only.
Before the war.
Yeah. During 1960.
Wow, while the war was happening,
Yes.
people were building this road.
Yeah. They exploded the mountain
Yeah,
and they built the road by hand.
yeah, magnificent. Okay,
Signal.
okay, I'll stop it. We've come to the top of the pass at Meo Vac area, gorge, and Mr. Zang is going to tell us about the construction of this road. So I'm going to sort of let him do it and talk.
Hi everybody, hi Oji. So now we are on the top of Ma Pi Leng Pass. It was not easy to get here. It was very far away from Ha Noi. So the construction of the road happened here over 60 years ago. The road now is called the Road of Happiness, and it's 160 kilometers long. It is said that during 1960, in order to build the road here, people had to hang themselves on the rock. They drill and they explode the rock, and they make the road little by little. That's why it took them almost 10 years to complete the road. But if you can imagine, at that time the road is around 2 meters wide only. And during the construction of time, there were 14 people who died by accident. That's why recently the government of Vietnam decided to set up the statue here. The statue is the evidence of the people who sacrificed themselves for the construction of the road. And these people came from different provinces and they belong to different minority and majority of Vietnamese. And now Vietnamese and foreigners come here and they enjoy, they admire the determination of the government and people of Vietnam. Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll take a little pan around here of the view. We have quite a few tourists here today, but probably not as many as normal, but yeah, there's the descending road down on the other side of the pass, and it's awesome countryside, spectacular, rugged, and this rock is very jagged and harsh. And there's the memorial to the 14 people who died in the construction, and it's quite incredible that this road was built in the 5 years, 10 years at the early onset of the war, American war against Vietnam. So this was being built at the same time as the Viet Minh was asserting itself, trying to against the Americans and what was happening in terms of the North and South Vietnam. So in the north this was all happening for 10 years, and it's a major road that yeah, is very close to the China border. So it's a moving sight, very moving sight to see, and it's not a military memorial. It's just like our Great Ocean Road in Australia, in Victoria, tribute to the men and probably women who built it. And it's incredible to even come here now at 2020, COVID year, when Vietnam has defeated the COVID virus twice, and people are free to travel again, and other countries are still in lockdown in the West. So it's sort of very moving. And I'm here enjoying this with Zang. So, yep, it's another little chapter in John's story of 2020. So thank you very much, Zang, for the opportunity to come here.
Thank you.
Thank you. There is the map showing the Road of Happiness, 160 kilometres long. Yes, in this province here, Ha Giang Province. So I'll just zoom in to the movie. As you see, the China border, Dong Vang district, which is the next province district of Vietnam, North Vietnam, and Yen Minh district, and Cao Bang province. Yep. So here we are, right in the middle, where the star is. That's where we are. Construction zone, a bit of a roadblock, so they're cutting back. We've just got to be so careful here, as saying this. The road, yeah. Strengthening, tensioning. Well, we've come through the roadworks to get some more scenery. more beautiful scenery, like southern China. Yeah, more like the very jagged limestone karst country around Guilin in southern China. Although it's different. It's Vietnam. And there's Hmong people here, different ethnicities, different way they do things. I think they're busier people. Maybe their big roads aren't on such a grand scale, but there's a lot of work done. Incredible development. We have a traditional barbecue. We're going to the King's Palace. It's thick with tourists, eh? Many tourists. She's cooking taro.
The income of the Hmong people was the opium.
Yes, that's
over
right.
here. And in order to build this palace, the king of the Hmong people goes around the rocky plateau to find a place. And later he decided to choose this area just because it's located inside the valley.
Was it legal then? Growing opium?
At that time, he had his own power.
Yeah,
It was considered his own kingdom, you know.
Yeah.
And this location was in the middle of the valley.
Yeah.
And here just a small mound. And it's considered the turtle shell. And it was considered a good omen, good luck, you know.
Yeah.
That's why he decided to set up the palace over here. And you can see around here, the wall
Yes.
around the palace that look like the citadel. It's for defense, you know.
Oh yeah.
And on the wall there are a lot of loopholes, you know. So from inside they can look out. And
Looking holes for
Yes.
defence.
Yeah.
Were there any invaders at that time who would come, come and sort of steal and pillage and rape?
So it took nearly 10 years to build this palace, and it cost around $8 million nowadays.
8 million
Yeah.
US, I suppose. Whatever.
And inside the palace here there was also military.
Is this the tomb of the king?
Yeah, that's tomb of the king.
The king. So he was born 1886.
Yes.
Matt died
Yeah.
1962.
So he was a member of the Parliament of Vietnam.
Was he? Official parliament.
Yeah, in 1945, when Ho Chi Minh government were established, Ho Chi Minh invited this guy to work for him, and this guy became the member of Parliament of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh government, because this were very far away from Hanoi, and it was very hard for central government to control. That's why the central government from Hanoi depend on the governor over here.
So for communication purposes, he needed
First of all, this guy was respected by local people. You know, if the,
educated. Reasonably?
he was respected by local people only. And if the people from Hanoi came to work here, it was very hard for them to do the job.
You could be related to that guy. You know?
Yeah.
You've got some similar
Yeah.
facial features.
Yes.
Yeah. Is he got the little scar there? Yeah.
Oh yes.
He's got one there too.
Yeah.
No, I'm seriously. That's good. No, it's good to hear.
We are relative.
You
know.
could have been. You could have
Yes.
been. Yeah. Well, this is pretty important site because
So the palace,
fairly big province, isn't it? I mean, it's a fairly Dong Van.
In fact, Dong Van Rocky Plateau cover 4 districts: Dong Van, Meo Vac,
Yeah.
Yen Minh, and Quan Ba. 4 districts on the rock.
Yep. Okay. Well, there's a bit of history, and a lot of people here. Vietnamese come in busloads of them. I'd say there's a local market, and we're going to have a look inside. So it's quite a nice time of day. Now this is sort of a fort of the king of Dong Van. That was in the period after 1940, particularly defended against the French. You say the Japanese and the Chinese invaders. And the French. This is the time of the Resistance War. And that's why there's the peepholes for guns. So the king of Dong Van was defending this area against the French. And why were the Japanese sneaking in here? Why did they want to re-invade or invade?
Firstly, after Japanese overthrew French in Hanoi, they occupied Hanoi first. And
Japanese did? Oh, because they were enemy then.
Yes.
Yeah. After
and then from Hanoi, they moved everywhere.
What year was that? So after the French were defeated by the Americans, they came in.
Japanese came to Vietnam in 1939
39.
during the World War II.
After they were defeated in 45, they didn't attack Vietnam, did they? No.
Right.
No. I mean, they were very arrogant in those days. I mean, the Japanese thought they were the king of the Pacific, They want to be, king of the world. Except they weren't going to take on the Germans, maybe. But anyway, this is interesting. Fascinating. So it's very Hmong king, who was in the government of part of the government of the Viet Minh. And there wasn't a Ha Noi government then, was it? The Viet Minh.
Viet Minh is Ho Chi Minh government.
But they weren't based in Ha Noi then, because the French were still there, weren't
Right.
they? Yeah. The stables for the animals, the outhouses, the tower.
The palace has 64 rooms
Gee.
for the king, his wife, family, and servant, and military.
One wife? You only have one wife?
Vâng, đây là 25 trang thời Pháp để sát thời Pháp. Vâng, hầu như tất cả bằng tiếng Tả.
This way, John.
Okay.
Rồi ngay đối diện bằng tại đây thì có một đường tắm ăn. Vâng.
We stop here in this beautiful setting here. The sun goes down. This is a bit of a tourist stop. A lot of motorbike riders and some European or Western tourists. So I think this is from Europe, maybe Russia or somewhere. But look at all these lovely Hmong kids. And here my little girlfriend here, called Me. Me. Beautiful Me here with this magnificent view in the background. Thank you, Me. And there's our motorbike. We've been riding all day, okay? And I thank you for your picture. Thank you very much. And look at that road, isn't that beautiful? Down there. We have to go down there